Welcome to the One True Divine and Psychic Investigators Tarot. Yes, I am the woman who solved my own crime using tarot cards and astrology. And we're here to spread light and love across the universe with angelic vibes. And sometimes we also talk about crimes and we do astrology to figure out what's happening in the world. I sent out a video yesterday on big upcomings in March. I think it's great to know what the energies are a little bit ahead so that you can harness the energies wisely. And I would truly appreciate it if those of you who are watching, and I'm trying to get myself out there, would like and share and subscribe to my video. Thank you very much. I totally appreciate it. I am actually the person that everybody has been telling my story for me, so I thought I would start to tell it on my own because, like it or not, my chart is very linked to the chart of the United States, my natal chart. And so what happened to me happened also to my country. And so we have valuable lessons that we could learn. Plus, I'm still in the midst of an absolute crime wave. And I'm hoping law enforcement officials who are good, honest, decent people will get a hold of this video and will really dig in and get busy, because what happened to me should never happen to another American. So anyhow, that being said, I'm just going to pull some live cards today. I'll get back to doing more astrology coming up, but today we're just going to do things off the cuff and see what comes up. And then we're going to use some of my own cards, and that's where the real dirt really comes out. We know that. And the dirt needs to come out because we got Pluto and Capricorn, and it's going to expose the corruption and the greed in the dirt right up until 2024. And the reason for that is so that we can make an America that we can actually be proud of, not the filth that I have been drugged through over the last 6 years. So we've got to clean it up, folks. So that being said, here's our first card, worry. 5 of coins. So this is always a feeling of lack, and it's upside down. So it's like, stressing over money and how do we get out of poverty. And what people have actually been doing to me is job blocking me continuously to keep me in poverty so that they can win high honor in court cases. So it has been a continual effort to try to get me thrown in jail, to cost me jobs. I have a 35-year career. They cost me a job there from hacking. It's been insidious. And they're trying to put my family into a position of worry and concern, which we're not there, not yet. I do have a job and I have more lined up for the summer. So anyhow, I don't know, why all the hatred, but anyhow, that's what the 5 of coins is all about, is trying to create money trouble for people. Oh, boy, we're really hitting it, aren't we? Indolence, 8 of cups, and upside down. So it's like with cups, you think of emotions, you think of love, you think of the beautiful things in life. And here, it's like all of the emotions are just draining out, right? Bad energy. And you can see the bad energy, the dark water, the crud, the cesspool. So it's like an inner life that is not good. And the name of the card is indulgence. So this is like, the cups are empty. 8 cups empty. That's a lot of drinking. That's a lot of indulgence, to the point that it could put a person upside down in their life. And anyhow, it doesn't look good. It looks cesspool-like right there. Oh, we're really hitting it. I shuffled and look what we got. We got the dark cards today, baby. Sorrow, 3 of swords. So this is heartache, third-party situations, communications coming in different directions that aren't matching up. Really just a lot of pain and agony and suffering. And I want to set things straight. I never met Divine Masculine. I never even talked to him. And yet the heartache that ensued from just that was enough to cause an absolute whirlwind of trouble right there. But I never met him. Don't want to meet him. Oh, this was upside down. So we got the upside down cards today. We have the Three of Cups. Okay, so normally this would be a lot better. This would be like collaboration, people working together for some common project or goal or emotional thing. Only here again, it's upside down. So it's like, oh, the cups are runneth over, but it's not working because the emotions again are spilling away. So still not a happy situation. If it's like this, it's more like, a joyous reunion, a work project going well, people sharing information and knowledge and heartfelt, conversations, stuff like that. Okay, the Fool. So this is somebody going on a journey. It's almost like there's a yellow brick road here, and it looks like it's blessed. You see nice things on the path. You see doves and butterflies and whatnot. And this person is prepared. They have a knapsack. They don't have a lot, but they have everything they need on their back. And that's kind of where I am right now. I'm a simple person. I'm not a materialistic person. I basically have shopped at Goodwill my whole life. I don't have a glitzy lifestyle. I don't get my worth or self value from the things that I have. And I've gone through life a lot with just what I had in my back or could fit in the back of my truck. And that led to a wonderful life. So in our country, we've kind of lost our way because we think that a happy life comes with lots of materialism and glamour and, the clunky nails and the shiny, glitzy bling bling. Whereas I have found happiness has come from having a knapsack and going on a journey, whether that's a hike in the mountains, a walk along a river, a canoe trip, something of that nature. And even though I haven't always had a lot, I've always had what I needed right on my back. And even though people are starving me out or trying, I still have everything I need. Gotta love that. And I'm getting stronger all the time. Ooh. So here we have the High Priestess, which people have called me, and that's because I do tap into things behind the veil. I'm not really psychic, but I am intuitive. I know truly psychic people, and they're very tapped in. I get glimpses of things, so I am quite a dreamer. So that's one way that I connect my energy to the ethers and to God, right, is through dream work. And actually, Neptune rules my chart, and it's in the 12th house of dreams. And so, yes, I have had very telling dreams in my life. One of which was a recent one about 3 abominable snowmen. And I was out walking at night in a mountain path with my cat in my arms. And I came across a divergence in the road, the trail split, and I had to make a decision. I could either go uphill into the mountains by myself with the cat in my arms, or there was a choice to go down around the mountain. And if I chose that way, I would have to go straight through the 3 abominable snowmen. Now, I know the FBI knows who the 3 snowmen are, the monstrous snowmen, because I keep hearing that. I don't know who they are, but you know who they are. And anyhow, in that path, I was in the dream told that I had a silent partner who was going to go down first and deal with the snowmen, break them up a little bit. And that's exactly what happened. And then I went down afterwards. And by that time, I had kind of like iron leggings on, like Iron Man, which is why I think I need to make a Divine Feminine movie, because my dreams are giving me that information. So we need to tell Tony Stark that I got the tea on a Divine Feminine movie. But anyhow, my silent partner went down, roughed up the 3 snowmen, broke up the energy somewhat, and then I went down with my iron legs and cat in my arms, and everything was just fine. And I don't know who the 3 abominable monsters were, but the FBI does, and that's how dream work works. It's a matter of learning the symbology and being able to tap in to what is behind the veil. So here we have the World card, or the universe. And I love this because even though people are doing their very best to keep me stuck right now, I can see the path unwinding before me. and it's golden and beautiful. And I don't mean golden in terms of money, but in terms of people clearing away the monsters that have been after me. And the eye of God is looking down on me, and there's this large snake, and it's transforming my path. And it hasn't been easy, and there are days that I get frustrated with certain aspects of it. But I do believe that a lot of people that have been on me for about 6 years, this is a 6 year crime wave, folks, are going to be taken to task, and that's going to unravel this beautiful future. And in that time, I certainly hope that I can heal how I feel about things more. Um, I'm working on it. That's all I can say. So, and I'm so grateful for all the great people who have been in my life helping. Um, Here we have the Hanged Man. So I am kind of in that position right now where I'm just hanging tight. I'm holding on. I'm waiting for things to get wrapped up, but there's still a lot of stuff to be investigated yet because there were so many crimes that happened around me that people are trying to plant false evidence, crazy, crazy stuff. So I'm just still in limbo. I want to go to the party in December. I really do. So even though I still have little bouts of emotions because of some of the filth I've been drugged through, I don't want to meet good people. I want to believe that a path that I keep hearing is going to be there is actually going to be there. So I'm waiting for that transformation. So there's the hope, the rays coming out of the head, the snake coiled, waiting for action, waiting for that transformation. Here we have, they call it the arts card. And it's really about balancing opposites, which I've had to do quite a bit. So you can see, different faces, different beasts, different fluids. I have been in warrior mode for a long time, and it's not an energy I like to be in, but it is where I've had to be in to protect myself. And I have learned at times in my life, if I really get pinned to the wall, I will come out in a manner that will surprise people, right? So weak or nice does not equal weak. I prefer to be more balanced. I prefer to have my softer, kinder, gentler side come out. But lately, I have had to bring forth the warrior woman. However, I'm in the process of balancing things out. And occasional bouts of looking at the filth that's happened puts me back into warrior mode, but that's lessening all the time. And I have a heart of gratitude and love and gratefulness for all the blessings I've already received and the help that I've received. So I'm ready to go on a journey, a creative journey. Oh, yes, I would like to write a Divine Feminine book, but I got to get the hackers off my behind first, right? Because they've already stolen one book, and I really don't want to write another one and have them steal that too. But I have the fire, I have the inspiration, and I certainly sat in the middle of all of this. I've got the drive, the forward momentum. I'm just waiting for the insanity to get off my back so I can begin my life. So to law enforcement who are helping, God bless you. I'm more worried about the hackers and the people who are making my forward momentum difficult than I am about the people that want to kill me, because the hackers are killing me one day at a time. They are, in effect, causing a lot of strife, right? And what kind of people want to stop a human being's path forward? But here you can see, okay, 5 of Swords. No, we don't want this person to be creative. No, we don't want them to do anything. And why? I don't know. I wish I could answer that. It all seems very pointless to me, just to be quite frank. Some of it, of course, is being done because they hope that by trying to slow everything down, they can maybe get me caught up in court cases. That's been a huge part of this plot, so that they can somehow gain money from that. But I've had people try to gain money off of what? My book, my butt, my shower time, pretty much everything, right? I've never seen anything like the greed that I've seen in my country lately. It's been utterly shocking. And I don't know why, but I have a different value system than that. And I'm a little surprised that we have elevated money to the point of God. And how have I been surviving? I went into hermit mode and I kept the wolves and the snakes at bay, and I found my own inner light. And everybody who's going through the dark night of the soul, that's the way out. Go in, have some good talks with God, and do the healing work. And of course, I think that's going to be a lifelong process. Um, Meanwhile, I am hoping that eventually a path forward to meaningful work opens up. Nobody should want to snuff the light out of another human being. Here's somebody like myself who's worked hard their whole life. You can see the Capricorn image of the goat. Um, this woman's looking back at hard times, and certainly I'm not a rich person. I've done hard labor in my life. I've worked regular jobs. I've had to work hard for everything I've gotten. And I have gotten to a point where now I can look at the fruits of my labor and be grateful, but I would also like to cash in on my actual skill set, right? And why? Because you want to use your gifts in the world to do good in the world, right? That's the whole reason. Um, so, all right, we're going to pull. Oh, okay, I love this other deck. Here's the mirror, mirror on the wall magic spell, which a lot of people have done. And they did this by voyeuring in my house with hidden cameras. They learned everything they could about me. And then they opened all kinds of fake online businesses, I'm assuming in my name, based upon what they learned about me so that it would look like me. Why? Because they were stealing from me. And then they wanted me to be caught up with their fake stuff. Mirror, mirror on the wall. And the whole plot of this was so that they could change destinies with me. Can you imagine that? But they used the intimate knowledge that they learned to try to become me. And of course, the ultimate goal of all of this was they were going to kill me, right? And literally get rid of me and then try to be me. So that's kind of what the Divine Feminine story is about, partially. And partially, it's about overcoming, because here we have the failure card. Despite the many plots, the horrors, the endless amount of stuff I've been through, one by one, good cops, good FBI agents, decent judges, real lawyers. And I've been through equally as many that were like this. But the good people in our system are helping to protect me and bring failure to the people who are basically trying to bury me alive. And that was one of many plots. But it's not working, so it's failure. So, and I already see, because I'm an astrologer, I already see the end when the court case happens. And I already see that it's going to be very, very successful. So I see it. Anyhow, and at that point, I think goods and services will be exchanged. I see two arms to that court case. Some of it will be for me, and some of it will be for a foundation. So it's like the two branches, right? And I don't have an ostentatious lifestyle, right? So I don't need all that. So anyhow, that's what the cards are saying, but we're going to really get into the handmade cards, because this is where the real grit of the story comes out, right? Because if people really understood what I've been through in the last 6 years, you'd be shocked at what I have survived. So, up and coming. And oh, let me tell you, there's some of you that should be very worried about this. There is going to be an investigation, and it's going to be about the fake reality TV show that you ran out of my house with the hidden cameras. Oh, brother, this is going to go big. So big. So many people are going to go down. Shouldn't have done that. It's coming. And again, I'm just going to say, you thought it was funny to bully a woman. Well, as it turns out, I'm a lot stronger than you bargained for, and I'm coming. And so is the FTC and the FBI and a whole bunch of other people. Good people, not bought off people. So, lawyers that take money for sex trafficking should be jailed, and so should judges. Now, I hear there is a lawyer that wants to make a contribution to my Divine Feminine channel. I haven't monetized it yet. So, if you're seeing something monetized, that's not me, so don't give to it. When I set it up, I'll let you know. But you can reach me at the local library and you can write a check out to me for what you owe. But otherwise, I believe the long-term outcome will be that you'll lose your law license and you're going to be thrown in jail for sex trafficking. There you go. You think you're going to cover this all up? My city right now is corrupt. There are good people here. They're probably swimming in a cesspool trying to figure out who they can trust and who they can't. But I know what trucks were outside. I know what's going on, so do higher ups. I'm going to get help. This is going to get fixed. I'm so sorry this happened here. I'm so sorry you sold out. But the big guys are coming. The feds are coming, brother. And here's one of the best lessons you need to learn. That filthatizing a woman for profit is not godlike. Did you get it? I'm going to say it again. Filthatizing a woman for profit is not godlike. And it's actually going to work against you. And I know exactly what you're doing. And so do other people. Bullying a woman to death is not manly. It's weak as F. I mean, weak as F. Yes, my whole family was trafficked, partially probably with a tape that was made with a hard wire that went to my television set. But they also wired up my shower, my husband's shower. And for how many years they took pictures of us having sex and they sold it on the fake reality TV show. Now, guess what, folks? If you purchase that and you're buying that and you're involved in that, that's trafficking. The big boys are coming. We're going to clean up the universe. Why? Because this happened to your mother, to your daughter, to your wife, to your sister, to your aunt, to your grandmother, and it was filthy beyond compare. And this is indecent, and in an America that we can be proud of, we are not going to stand for this kind of BS. So, if you were in on the TV show, you should be very effing concerned. Just saying. Oh, and there's a little black book and it's got names. And oh, I do believe they're going to figure out where those belong. Part of the ring. You should be scared too. Oh, yes, you should. You should be very scared. And guess what? This was done to someone who was innocent. I wasn't involved at all. And in fact, I solved the coup. I wrote a book that got stolen. I identified everybody who was involved, and it's quite possible that this is happening because of that, right? I had nothing to do with any of it. I was just the person that got used in the middle, and I had the great misfortune of buying software off the internet. That was my crime. But for that, I got trafficked, had my brains MK Ultra'd, had kidnap plots, bury me alive plots. They were going to sell my organs. It's priceless. Oh, yeah, and they used nasty pictures, and they wanted to do that to steal my home. And locals were in on it. It makes me so sorry to say this right now. But if you've listened to me for a long time, you know I'm dead honest, right? I'm pretty ashamed of my country right now. I'm like, I have moments where I just don't know what to say about where we are. And I only share this because it has to be fixed. Where we are is untenable. It's not workable. We have a justice system that's broken to pieces with corruption so badly that the victims are the only people who can't get justice. Here, they're taking suitcases of money and subverting entire court cases that I should have, I was the victim, should have gotten the money from. And I didn't. It's sitting with a lawyer, a corrupt lawyer, right? Um, because they're trying to hide what they did, which has quite possibly helped to wire my house for the filthy TV show. So we have so much that has to be fixed, and that's Pluto and Capricorn at the end stages. And it's critical that we do fix it, because if we don't, we are going to get more of the same and worse in the next 248 years. Why? Because we're in the Pluto return cycle. So we're setting the stage for the next 248 years. So we need to think very carefully about the seeds that we set at this time. Why? Because right now, I'm ashamed of my country. I really am. Now, I have pride and love and hope in my heart because I see good people helping. The good cops, the good FBI agents, the good lawyers, the good judges. That gives me hope. But we seem to be in short supply. So somehow we have to put anti-corruption laws in place. We have to make change, and we have to change our value system here. That's also Pluto and Capricorn, the high. I also think we need territories so that we can get off the two-party system, which is literally killing our country. And Pluto is going to move into Aquarius, and power should go back into the hands of the people. So there is hope for our democracy if we harness the energies wisely. Lately, where I expect to see decency, instead, I see filth. I want everybody who helped traffic me or profit from it or voyeured in to be jailed. I sent in reports today. It's in my book. You know who's involved, and so do I. Snuffing out the light of another person is murder. And why would you want to do that to a good person? Anyhow, that kind of energy I don't understand. The one thing absent in all of this was God. There's a corrupt Aquarius lawyer. You owe me money. I'm at the library. If you don't want to own up to what you did, just make the check out to the one true divine feminine and psychic investigator. My family could use it to help us undo what's been done to us, the filth that we've been dragged through, and to move. There has been a huge cover up here, my friends. Holy crap, man. Huge. But it's hard to look at the things you've done, right? But it's coming out. Ain't you proud? Have a look. I'm your mother. I'm your wife. I'm your sister. I'm your daughter. This could happen to anybody here. What are you going to do about it? Masks are starting to come off, and they are going to get ripped off even worse. Stuff is going to go public, and this is going to blow up like a volcano. The feds are coming, brother. As well as for some women, too. And we got a lot of scam artists going on out there, my friends. Shocking number. There were so many lies told, I don't even know what to say. Everything that was said about me was completely false. Completely false. Everything I heard, it was all a projection. They took the truth of themselves and told those lies as if it were me. Hey, for the little hitman that couldn't, thank you very much. Thumbs up, brother. Oh, I got 60 Minutes written all over me. And a Divine Feminine Tony Stark movie, Marvel movie. Right? I've been through more cesspool stuff that you could imagine. You thought just because I was nice, I was weak? Screw you. Filthatizing a woman for money is not godly. Ha! This is going to come out too, because I used astrology to solve my own crime, and that's a fact. It also changed the course of world events. That's very true. That's in my first book that got stolen. So, I'm still working on this myself, but there's a lot of people that need to heal their lives from the generational curses that have hung over them like a black shroud. And you need to do it because guess what? We go round and round, and what doesn't get solved this life comes back again. So, heal your life. Though it's been not an easy process, and I'm still not there because sometimes I get swallowed by the filth, I am overcoming. And I'm far stronger than you ever could have imagined. This would have killed most people. Dreams can be very telling, so pay attention. I have an entire dream journal with pictures and stories and interpretations. My dreams have told me so much over the years. And yes, I have dreamt entire life events a decade in advance. All the poo pies are getting returned back to sender. Thank you, FBI. And I know time's coming up for some people, and I am sorry for the harsh realities you're about to face. Develop yourself no matter what circumstances you sprang from as a child. I know a lot of people are struggling in the world right now. I also grew up poor. I didn't have a lot of family support. The thing that saved me was college. And yes, I did have to pay for it myself. And I worked full time, and I went to school full time. But the way out is school. And it can be done. If I can do it, you can do it. So female voices are getting drowned out of way too many places right now. We're on the brink of losing so many rights you have no idea. And that was part of the intent of 2016. Misogynists are nothing but weak-ass men. Never kick a person when they're down because they might just rise up stronger than ever. I've never seen such greed. Never in my life. Never in my life. And all for bling bling and fancy this and fancy that and ostentation and to make yourself feel better. I've never seen anything like this. Watch out for gold digging itches. Anyhow, my gratitude is enormous. Thank God for good cops. Thank God for good FBI agents. Thank God for public servants that still recognize that they actually work for the public. Thank you for judges that hold the King of Swords energy and can get to the truth of the matter. We need more people like you. Our country is literally falling apart right now with corruption and greed. And again, I only mention it because we're at the end of the Pluto cycle and we're beginning the new one. And if we don't plant the seeds wisely, we're going to go downhill and we're going to look just like Russia, where the whole thing is nothing but a mob, effed up energy, right? We're on the brink of that. That's what I've experienced with this, with the corruption. We're right on the edge of that. So I'm not proud of where we are. Are you? I can't even trust that I can get court documents here in my local city because people took suitcases of money and they're doing court cases without my knowledge. How can I trust anything that comes out of that particular building? I can't, can I? So something's broken. Actually, there's a lot of things broken. And one of the major things that's broken is our value system. That's what's really broken. And that's, again, one of the potentialities of astrology. Pluto in Capricorn doesn't just equal big business and big corporations and greed. It is the ability to transform our value system, the second house. It just depends on what part of the energy we latch onto. So free will has a great deal to do with it. And that's why you learn astrology, is to see the potentialities and then to try to latch onto the best energy aspect of that you can to nudge things in a good direction. And I'm sitting here laughing because the only comments I'm seeing on my channel are girls 18 XYZ, just, again, nasty stuff. But that has nothing to do with me or my energy. That just has to do with stupidity, right? Somebody who has a different value system. Somehow we have to change the value system that we have. So we're placing greed above human life. Misogyny over trying to snuff out the light of a woman. We just want to hold her back. We just want to smash her. We just want to. Why? Aren't video games entertaining enough? Or, I don't know. I don't understand this energy. And I don't understand as a nation how we got to where we are. But I'm grateful to decent people who are standing up and fighting, because we're on the brink of losing it all. And it's because our value system is out of whack. And we're placing money above human life and decency, right? When you can profit off of an old woman's crotch and feel good about yourself because you can buy bling. Oh my God. Oh my God. What have we turned into? I think we need to have a serious look. And we need to revamp where we are. And a lot of what happened to me was probably politically motivated. This kind of filth doesn't belong anywhere. Nowhere. We need territories so that we aren't in this kind of bitter battle where winning at any cost costs a family's life. Do you understand? So the two-party system is destroying us. We need to make change so it works for everybody. Not one group or the other group, but everybody. We need to sociologically align ourselves in territories so we can get more of what we want without doing this kind of crazy, batshit crazy stuff, right? So anyhow, to the good people helping, yes, I know I still have more healing to do. It's probably going to take me my entire life. It was that bad. However, I'm not shaking inside anymore. And I did, even when I was in Boston. Some days I shook for hours from the abuse that I took. I'm still overwhelmed with the filth of what's happened, but the FTC's on it, baby, and so are the feds. And the people that did this, you're going to have to look in the mirror, the magic mirror, and you're going to have to look at what you've become. And some of you may not be able to face this. But before you take actions like this against another person, you should always hold that mirror up and say, how would I feel if this was done to me, right? We've lost empathy. We've lost compassion. We've lost our sense of decency. I'm here to encourage you to refind it. I'm here to encourage people who are public servants to serve. I have good people helping me right now, amazing people, and godly help, divine help, tarot card readers, spiritual upliftment. But it has felt like we're in the battle of our lives to bring in justice, and it shouldn't be that hard. Things are broken right now. And I don't say that to sound mean or bad, but because If you care, you have to shine a light on it, and then you have to fix it. I'm here to encourage you to help fix it. FTC, I just sent you a big report. We're going to find out about the fake reality TV show and the filth of that. And the people that did it, failure's coming, baby. Failure's coming. All right. God bless good people. God bless decent people. God bless people who care about our country. Thank you for your help.